Hey, what's going on everybody? Jason Scully here from the Grappler's Guide. I'm here with Joe. He's going to help me with the video today. In this video, I'm going to talk about a half guard pass from the regular half guard where you do the step back motion so in that way you can work to pass your opponent's guard. So basically, I'm going to be inside Joe's half guard here. I'm going to show you all different angles so you can see. So we're here like this. I'm inside Joe's half guard. What I'm going to do, let's say I'm working underhooks and I'm having trouble getting underhooks on him and I'm trying to get my position so I can go for knee cutters and different things as well. Let's also say he's starting to get his head underneath and I'm having trouble doing all of these things. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to take my leg and I'm going to step it back just like this. But what I'm doing is I want my hip to connect to his body. I don't want to just put my hands down on the mat and then come up like this and be very low, because then he can, shoot his arm, he can turn into me, come behind me, possibly take my back. The point is, I'm just giving up a lot of space that isn't good for me. So when I'm here like this, I'm working underhooks and he's swimming back and I'm having trouble. I'm trying to get head control and he's blocking my arm. So he's not giving me things that I need here. Now, point out he doesn't have a Z, he doesn't have this shin across. If he has the shin across, this is going to be hard for me to do. So he has a regular half guard here. I'm working all this stuff. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plant my hands either on the mat or I'm going to put my hand on his body, just like this. Then from there, I'm going to step my leg back, but my hip is connected to him. I'm literally hip to hip with him. So I'm sitting on his, basically my butt is sitting right on his left side. Then from there, I'm going to drop back. If we're playing with the gi, I'm going to grab his gi pants right at the top, and then I'm going to sit back here. Now notice one thing I'm doing is I'm driving my shoulder into his neck and into his face. Ideally, the more I can get into his face, the better. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my hand down to his leg that's further from me, and I'll push his leg down. Then I'm going to start pushing my body back, put my foot on his leg, and then kick it out, and now I can start working my pass. Which at this point, I'll pull his leg back, or I'll switch to his near side leg, and then I'll square up. I like to push the legs facing away because that way it makes it much easier for me to complete the pass. Watch the guard completion section, and I talk about turning the legs away in the invisible grappling section here. So let's say we're here, Joe's head is on this side. I'm going to get into the half guard here. I'm also going to talk about a different head control as well too, because there's different situations that you may end up in. So I'm working this underhook stuff, I'm having trouble getting it, I'm trying to work head control. Then from here, I step back. Make sure you're tight. I'm going to emphasize over and over again, do not have your body far away from them. He's going to be able to scoot away and turn into me and maybe even get on top. I don't want him to drop me over. So when I'm here, I step back. Now I have this position, my shoulders driving right into his face. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab his leg from the outside and drive it down. If it's no gi, all I do is cup his leg. Here, I cup his leg, then I push with my foot here so I can work to get my leg out, also scooting my body back. Then I get the pass, which at this point, I will now drive his legs this way. I either hook inside his leg here or grab his pants inside and push, and then I drive my knees in here. If this bottom knee is up closer here, so bring your bottom knee closer, I'll grab the bottom knee and I'll lift it up. And then I'll even lace his legs so I can square back up. Now some things to pay attention to when you get this particular position is, let's say we're here again, same situation with the half guard, and I step back like this. A common thing that happens, let's actually rotate a little bit. A common thing that happens is the person takes this arm and drives it into your face here. And for a lot of people, their base is not very good. They're not posting out with their leg is too close to their opponent, which isn't good, and their hips are sucked underneath you're basically, you know, not scooting back this way. So if I have my hips this way, and my leg is close to him, and my head is facing him, and he drives into me, he's just gonna turn me over. And that's not gonna be good for me. What I wanna make sure I do is, I wanna make sure that when I have this particular position here, I want to make sure I have my leg posted out. I'll show you a different angle as well. I want to make sure my body is very close to him because I don't want him swimming this hand underneath. If he swims his hand underneath, he can take my back, and I'll show you that later as well here. I also want to make sure I'm scooting my body back. My hips are going backwards. Here's a quick tip. If he does start driving into your face, turn it facing him. So face it towards his ear. Because now put a lot of pressure. Now he loses this pressure and it's not uncomfortable. Now I can start working to pass, and then he's also giving up an underhook as well at the end, which isn't good for him. I'm already driving my knee across. I can come here and then I can start working my attacks. So that's very important also. Let's say, for example, we're here, Joe's head is right there. Scoot up for me a little bit. And then I'm inside the half guard position here. We're working this stuff. He's on his side, he's blocking his head, and then we're gonna come here. If I can get my arm over his head like this is also good. Key thing, regardless if your arm is here or if your arm is here, make sure your ribs are stuck to him. Basically, like his upper chest or like his shoulder area here. Make sure you're stuck to him here. Because if he gets his arm behind me and he switches his legs, he could possibly scoot through and take my back. And I do not want that to happen. That's one of the number one things that I do to people who do this pass to me, is I immediately go to get my arms behind their back, I switch my legs and I take their back. So if you understand that that can happen to you, you're already steps ahead and it's going to make it much harder for them to get your back. So when we're here and I step back, boom. So let me do this a little bit more quicker, a little bit more realistic. So I'm here like this, I'm working, trying to get underhooked, trying to get head control. I step back, I'm sitting on him. I don't just fall far away, I'm sitting on him and then I drop. Get my arm on the other side. My chest is very tight. Look at my leg. It's posted out. I have leg control, either cupping his leg or holding it, or holding inside as well, or pushing from there so I can initially get this control. Then from there I start scooting my body back. If he starts driving his arm into my face, I just turn it away from his arm. Trying to turn me over. He's trying to turn me over. I'm driving my chest into him, my head into him, and since my arm is over his head, what I'm doing is I'm taking my elbow and I'm digging it into the back of his neck. So I'm here like this. Here, this leg is back. Then from there, I scoot, and then I can work to finish this particular pass. And then I have a very good position. Remember, if he does this and I pass, I have a strong underhook now. Now I can start working to attack him. This actually isn't very good for him at all. So remember that. Remember the different arm positionings that you can work as well. You also got to make sure you remember to block this space here too. A common thing that may happen is, let's say I'm here and I step back and I do this here. What may happen is, let's say he starts turning into me and I start feeling like he might start turning me over. So he starts going to turn me over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a big step over him. Once I do that, I am then going to underhook his arm and drive my knees up. And I'll go right to the mount. So if at any point you feel like the person's going to turn you over, do a big step back over and then take the mount. So when I'm here like this, and I do this step back type of pass, and he starts turning into me here, I do a big step here, drive my arm underneath his arm, walk it up, and now I can get the mount position as well. Let me show you a different angle. So Joe's head's gonna be over here. I come here, we're working, we're doing all this stuff here, come here, like this. He starts going to turn into me. I step over, and then from there, his leg was already loose, and then I just drive straight up, and his arm is all the way up. I can already attack him and go for different things. With that situation, I did it with my arm over on the other side of his head. This is a very good pass. If you watch Marcelo Garcia, some of his old passes, he does this as well. The other way that he uses to do this, and let me show you this as well, it's a very good setup, is he'll come here like this, he'll step back, and then what he does is he'll hook the leg already. And then from there, he lets the person think that the person can get to their back. So basically what he does is, it's almost like a baiting type of situation. So I'll bring my arm over to this side, but what I did was, so we turn a little bit, is instead of having head control here, I bring my arm here. This is what I told you not to do, but if I take my leg here and I do this, now when he goes to turn and take my back, all I gotta do is scoot away, keep going. And then I can work to take his back as well from there. So if I have him, this is a very tricky setup, he's gonna commit. So when I do this, what I want you to do is I want you to commit and basically try to turn into me and bump me over or try to take my back or whatever. So I'm here like this, I step back, I get this arm here, and then from there, he goes to really commit, and look, I switched my leg. Now it's hooking him, and then I can work to take his back as well. But the key here is making sure you get that leg switch. Make sure you go from, come back here, make sure you go from, we're here, if we rotate a little bit, first my leg is over his leg here. Instead, what I want to do is I want to take my leg and bring it up. I want to get his top leg. So make sure you do that switch. If you do that switch, then you will have the ability to go for the back as well. So not only do you have that one pass, you have other options as well. You can pass the guard to side mount. You can possibly pass the guard to mount, depending on what his reaction is, and you can possibly take their back. So try this out. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, then we'll keep on improving. I'll help you answer them. All right, peace. Now, as a lead into the last thing I talked about in regards to taking your opponent's back when they're going to turn into you, if you are able to switch your legs, you could possibly roll them over. A lot of people call it the samurai roll. At least, that's what me and my students call it. Roll them over and take their back anyway. So I'm here like this. I'm working my position here. From there, I step back like this. I'm going to pull his leg down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my leg. After I switch my leg, I want to get my arm over his body, and all I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to drop my shoulder to the mat here, and then I open my hips. Then I kick my leg down, and look at my hips now. Instead of keeping him here, what I'll do is I'll shoot my hips out. And now I can work to take the back. I also like to straighten my leg because it helps me get a little bit more control on him. So if I show you that one more time here, I'm like this. I step around, I might even get my leg across, my arm across his waist already. Then I switch my leg, and then all I do is I drop my shoulder here, drop my shoulders to the mat. I'm looking to my left now, and then I cut him down and shoot my hips outward. So in that way, I can take the back. It's very important that you get that hip switch out. So I shoot my hips out at the end. So in that way, I can work to take his back. So also add that to this particular series. Whole bunch of things you can do from here, and those are just some of them. All right, thanks guys.